Hello everyone, how are you today? Fine? Great. I am Ms.Zeniab. Welcome at first online session for grade 4. Today we are going to talk about Unit 1 Lesson 3, the cell. Please open your student book page 26 and write the date. Shall we start? First, as we said before, all living organisms are made up of cells. So, we classify the living organisms according to the number of cells. Yes, what's the meaning of a number of cells? Think. Great, this means that the living organisms may have more than one cell. So, we classify the living organisms according to the number of cells into number 1, multicellular living organisms. Number 2, unicellular living organisms. What's the meaning of multicellular living organisms? They are organisms which have more than one cell. Again, organisms which have more than one cell. Okay, and unicellular organisms that have only one cell. Unicellular organisms that have only one cell. So again, we classified the number of cells into multicellular, again, multicellular and unicellular. Multicellular and unicellular. As we know before that human body made up of cells and group of cells form tissues and group of tissues form what? Great, organs, and group of organs form systems, and system plus system plus system will form the human body. Again, the cells, each group of cells form tissue, group of tissues form organ, group of organs form systems, and group of systems form the whole body. What about plant? Does plant has cells? Does plant has organs? Does plant has systems? Okay, yes. Plant also made up of cells. Group of cells form tissue, group of tissue form organs, and group of organs form systems. See this photo? The plant cell, group of cells form tissue, group of tissue form organs, and organs form the plant body. So what's the difference between plant body and human body? Both of them made of cells, tissues, organs, and systems. But as we know, in human body, the systems are, yes, digestive system, respiratory system, circulatory system, nervous system, urinary system, and reproductive system. Okay, what about the systems of plant? The plant systems are shoot system, the part above the soil, and root system. So the plant systems are shoot system and root system. Again, shoot system and root system. What about the organs of human body? Yes, stomach, liver, lungs. Okay. What about the organs of plant? Think. Great. The organs of plant are root, stem, and leaves. Again, root, stem, and leaves. So who can tell me the difference between the systems in human and in plant? Great. In human, we have many systems like respiratory, digestive, but in plant, we have shoot system and root systems. And what's the difference between organs in plant and human? In plant, we have root, stem, and leaves. And in human, we have liver, stomach, lungs, and etc. So from this introduction, we know that what? Cell is the building unit of all living organisms. Again, cell is the building unit of all living organisms because groups of cells form tissues, group of tissues form organs, group of organs form systems, and systems form the whole body. So we start with what? The cell. Okay, what the meaning of cell again? Cell, cell is the building unit of all living organisms. Please repeat after me. Cell is the building unit of all living organisms. Or it is the unit of structure and function in living organisms. Or it is the unit of structure and function in living organisms. Who can tell me the definition of cell again? Great. It's the building unit of all living organisms, or it's the unit of structure and function in living organisms. At the beginning of the session, we said what we have. We classified the living organisms into according to the number of the cell into unicellular and multicellular. Now we are going to talk about multicellular living organisms or multicellular. We have two types of multicellular. We have plant cell and animal cell. Again, we have plant cell and animal cell. And now we are going to talk about plant cell. First, this is the shape of the plant cell. In the plant cell, we have many components. So now we are going to talk about the structure and the component of the plant cell. Again, we are going to talk about what? About the structure of the plant cell. The first structure with us is the cell wall. With me, cell wall. Second structure with us is plasma or cell membrane. Plasma or cell membrane. The third structure is cytoplasm. The third structure is cytoplasm. The fourth structure is nucleus. The fourth structure is nucleus. And the fifth structure is green plastid or chloroplast. Green plastid or chloroplast. Green plastid or chloroplast. And with the final structure is the subvacuole. Again, we have cell wall, plasma or cell membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus, subvacuole, and green plastid. And we are going to talk about every structure and know its function. We will start with the cell wall. What is the cell wall? It is the wall that surround the plant from outside, as this. This is the cell. As here, we have a plant cell. The plant cell is surrounded by the cell wall. So again, the cell wall surround what? The plant cell. Cell wall surround the plant cell. Okay, what's the function of the cell wall? It gives the plant a definite shape. Gives the plant a definite shape. And it supports the plant cell. How can it support the plant cells? Means give it strength. Okay. Number 2, plasma membrane. Plasma membrane surrounds the cytoplasm. Here we have the cytoplasm. It's surrounded by the plasma membrane. As we see here, there is a cell wall and this the plasma membrane or the cell membrane. So the cell membrane surrounds the cytoplasm. The function of plasma membrane is what? Control the substance that enter or leave the cell. If the plant cell needs water, it allows its entrance. Needs air, allow its entrance. Okay. But if any harmful substance come to enter the cell, it prevents it from entering. Okay? Number 3, the cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is a fluid. Fluid means liquid. It's a fluid that fills the cell and all cell components are suspended in it. All cell components like nucleus, subvacuole, green plastid, all these components are surrounded in or suspended in the cytoplasm. That means what? The cytoplasm carries these components. The function of cytoplasm is all biological operations occur in it. Biological operations mean like respiration. This is called biological operation. So all biological operations of the cell occur on it. Number 4, the nucleus. The nucleus is like the brain of the cell. Again, the nucleus is what? Like the brain of the cell. It organizes the biological operations in the cell and responsible for cell division. What the meaning of cell division? Cell divisions means increasing numbers of cells. Increasing number of cells. Yeah, which means 1 become 2, 2 become 4, 4 become 6, 6 become 8, and so on. So cell divisions means increasing the number of cells. Number 5, green plastids or chloroplast. They are responsible for making food. So the chloroplast responsible for what? Making food inside the cell. By what? By absorbing the sunlight. So they absorb sunlight by process called photosynthesis process. So they responsible for making food by absorbing sunlight by photosynthesis process. Again, cell wall support the cell and give it definite shape. Plasma membrane control the substance that enter or leaves the cell. Cytoplasm, all biological operations of the cell occur in it. Nucleus, it organizes all the biological operation and responsible for cell division. And finally, the green plastid are responsible for making food by absorbing sunlight during photosynthesis process. So again, we have 6 structures for plant cell. Who can tell me number 1? Yes, number 1 is great cell wall. And number 2, plant cell membrane or plasma membrane. And number 3, great, cytoplasm. And number 4, nucleus. And 5, green plastid. And the final one, great, sap vacuole. Cell wall makes what? Support cell, give it definite shape. Plasma membrane control the entrance of substance in and out the cell. The cytoplasm, all biological operations occur in it. The nucleus, yes, excellent, like the brain of the cell, which responsible for cell division and organize all biological operations, and green plastid or chloroplast responsible for making food by absorbing what? Great, by absorbing sunlight. Let's go to second, multicellular with us, which is animal cell. The animal cell. Let's start with the structure of the animal cell. Number 1, plasma membrane. Number 1, plasma membrane. Number 2, cytoplasm. Number 3, nucleus. Number 4, small vacuole. So, does the animal cell has cell wall? Great. No, it doesn't have cell wall. So, when he asks me, the animal cell doesn't have what else? Excellent. The green plastid doesn't exist. So, animal cell doesn't have cell wall and green plastid. Let's start with the function of each structure. Plasma membrane. Plasma membrane here, the outer membrane. But the outer membrane in plant cell was great, was cell wall. So the outer membrane in the animal cell is, yes, plasma membrane or cell membrane. Its function as in plant cell, it controls the substance that enter or leave the cell. Number 2, also like plant cell, it's a fluid that fills the cell where all the components are suspended in it. And its function, all biological operations of the cell occur in it. The nucleus, its function also organizes the biological process in cell and it's responsible for cell division. Who can tell me the structure of animal cell again, please? Yes? Plasma membrane, great. Number 2, cytoplasm, excellent. Number 3, the nucleus. And number 4 is great, small vacuoles. Who can tell me the difference between animal cell and plant cell? Yes, animal cell has cell wall, but yes, plant cell has cell wall, but animal cell doesn't have cell wall. Plant cell has green plastid or chloroplast, but animal cell doesn't has chloroplast or green plastid. Okay. Does the animal cell has a definite shape? No, great. It doesn't has definite shape. Why? Because it doesn't has cell wall. Great, you are great. Because it doesn't has cell wall. So give reason. The animal cell doesn't has definite shape because it doesn't has cell wall or due to the absence of cell wall. And now we have finished for today. Thank you and thanks for your listening. Thank you.